Hello everybody, my name is Corbin, my pronouns are he, him, and today I have the pleasure of beefing with you about academic publishing practices and doing so by speedrunning Resident Evil HD Remastered on Steam. The way that academic research is most commonly shared and presented to others, I think, is limited. Publishing written essays in peer-reviewed journals that more often than not cost or have to be subscribed to beforehand to even be read inherently limits the range of people that can benefit from a person's research, which is a big no-no for me. And those same academic journals also generally only accept submissions that conform to their preferred genre conventions, which more often than not are traditional article-length academic essays. These preferences among journals also limit the medium through which research can be shared. Written summaries, written analyses, written logic, these are the tools that academic publishers and professors reinforce as valuable by restricting submissions to these mediums of expression. Let me get down here for this point. What about the other mediums? What about the other ways of sharing information? Art, video, photography, music, oration. Can those mediums better capture particular ideas, arguments, themes? The answer? Yes. I argue that embodiment, experience, time, space are just a few concepts that may be more easily understood through a different medium or genre than a traditional academic peer-reviewed essay, namely videography. That's what we're going to talk about today. I'd argue a video recording of a couple playing tennis better captures their experience than most writers' best efforts to summarize those events. A video can show you who the people playing are, what their bodies are doing, how long it takes the ball to get from one side of the court to the other, and where all this action is taking place at once. I argue a video filmed well and with the intent to educate better captures such lived experiences compared to writing that tries to describe the same scene. A video can show you who the people playing tennis are, what their bodies are doing, how long it takes the ball to get from one side of the court to the other, and where all this action is taking place at once. Argue that video filmed well and with the intent to educate better captures such lived experiences compared to writing that tries to describe the same scene. And a video essay that has both a written script and edited video curated to complement that script might even be better at disseminating such information than either components by themselves. Those people who have engaged in academic writing and research, it's obvious that the process also requires many actions and experiences from the author across their research development and its eventual publication. I have to literally sit down and type out the essay. I have to sit down and do the research. All these things are real, and I get tired or angry or I get upset with how it's turning out. As per the status quo, generally an academic who wants to talk about the processes of developing their research, compiling that research, organizing it, making inferences about their research, writing drafts about the findings, and editing their writing into a final draft, must do so through writing. However, all these actions take time and are confined to a particular space. They are lived experiences of the author. And although some authors may try to capture the time and labor and experience of those moments, their explanations are removed from their original context and orientation. A person has to summarize their process and transpose their lived experience into academic writing. They have to take what they experienced and then put it through the genre machine of academic research and publication, and then out comes the peer-reviewed article. But as many academics may already know, good research can be made confusing or even unhelpful if presented poorly through an author's writing style or through a panicked, orated presentation. Communicating and presenting research effectively is just as important as the content of the research itself. So with this video, I would like to offer two questions that mirror each other. The first, how can the conventions of present academic publications limit the way in which an author or composer can share their research? And the second question, what modes of communication and presentation that are undervalued by academics might better explain the content of their research to others? Now, I argue that videography provides a legitimate and effective alternative to traditional academic writing for academics to better share lived, experiential, embodied concepts like time, space, and labor. And I will demonstrate that by speedrunning Resident Evil HD Remastered. I have tested this once to make sure that I can do it, and I did, barely, a week ago. And now, I have also successfully waited until now, which is less than 24 hours until the assignment is due, to speedrun this game, to add the extra pressure for me to actually complete the game and then edit and create the video essay that's going to complement the speedrun. Oh, and lastly here, the chat that you see that's wonderful is an auto chat using ChatGPT and some very, very simple code. So that's why none of them are, maybe they don't seem like they're on point, but that's part of the genre. So let's get into it. One of my favorite games, love Resident Evil. Let us begin.
Resident Evil.
Stop. Content warning. The game I will be playing includes blood, gore, mild language, people turning into zombies, and other monsters. And unfortunately, we do have to stab one dog to get a key from them. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. Haven't moved because the timer starts when I move. I am so incredibly nervous. Everything's gonna be okay. I gotta focus up. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Don't freak out. I have to say, I think a wet zombie is like so much worse than a dry zombie in my brain. The wet is way more horrifying. We will take the mansion key. The trap will activate. But we're not afraid, because I'm guiding you, and our scary trap has been stopped. Oh, I still walked into it. Okay, everything's fine. Twitch is an online streaming platform that allows users to live record themselves doing anything that fits within Twitch's guidelines and share that live footage to an audience. Footage from Twitch streams after they are live can be re-uploaded into video artifacts called VODs, VOD, or video on demand. Many content creators that are streaming and do create VODs also edit those VODs down into supercuts, which are a collection of highlights that might cut out a streamer going to the restroom, or they might cut out a more dull part of the stream, like inventory management on a video game.
That sounded like Moonlight Sonata.
Can you
Did
play?
it? And those supercuts can be edited even further into more concise video essays, and those often have a complementary narrative, thesis, and a written script. The length of a video essay can range from a typical academic conference paper to hours of meticulously researched and edited writing. I just recently watched, I think, like a 3-hour video essay on Mort, the cute lemur from Madagascar, and how he is secretly the most evil fictional character ever conceived by man. And we want them to lunge at us. Perfect. Because we put the grenade in their mouth. And we blow up their head. And there, Crimson Head Boss done. And that's the first part of the run done. Are you kidding me? It said it had a virus in it, and then it just deleted itself. It's gone. There was an executable right here. I cannot believe. That's a bummer. Okay, well, I contend that academics could utilize these video formats like VODs, supercuts, and video essays to better capture key experiences related to developing their own research that are often embodied, lived experiences. An aha moment while reading an insightful paper, the frustration of a draft that has to be cut entirely, or maybe an artifact like an outline that was key to help develop their own understanding of their research and thesis. Such videography creates new opportunities for academics to speak about and share complex processes that may be lost in a final, peer-reviewed, genre-conforming written essay.
Richard!
Don't get attached to
Chris!
Richard.
Chris, stop! No! Richard.
I had never watched that cutscene. Okay, cool. We got it to the second phase. I'm gonna go ahead and reload here. I'm in a red caution. I'll use the first aid. Dodge that. Cool, got it. Okay. They got a little scary at the end there, but we are good. Let's check back in with Corbin and see how he's doing in the speed run. Oh, I forgot. This might be bad. I remember now. These guys are... Oh! Please. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't. Recording my death and all the content and time leading up to it allows for an audience to see my reaction, to hear my grievances, and to understand the labor that went into the speedrun leading up to my death. Recording the process of reloading my save, running through all the parts of the game I've already played, and complaining about how I shouldn't have died also capture aspects of speedrunning Resident Evil that might have gone unaddressed otherwise. I don't have to explain what happened to you. I don't have to summarize it in writing. I can just show you what happened. Okay, well, first death. We have to fight the plant boss again. Dang it. Oh, that sucks. Even if a VOD is edited into a supercut or a video essay, if parts are cut out or sped up, if a mosaic is made out of the time it took to record the entire game's playthrough, a videographer is still able to express the labor, time, and experience of playing that game differently than a traditional academic essay could ever. If you have a shotgun, this is how you can deal with the snake. Cool, we got him. Very elegant death there, slamming up against the bookshelves. Academic writers and publishers shouldn't feel compelled to rescind all they know about genre conventions by hearing my cry, but I do encourage them to simply recognize the ways that videography could enhance traditional methods of disseminating their research. Put a video, put a picture, put an infographic, put some multimodal component in your boring ass conference paper. Open the tomb. Let her see her mom. And she's happy now. There she goes. Awesome door animation to open up. Really sets the tone. How could a moment like a victory, a loss, or a realization be made more tangible for an audience to understand? As if they were there when it happened. As if they experienced it too. Videography, I believe, provides a pathway for compositionalists to better articulate experiences directly tied to a particular time, context, and body. The biological superweapons heart is just on their chest. So it kind of makes for easy pickings. Oh. Nice. We did it! Super awesome boss. And oh, you see that right there? That's the end on the last little speedrun list. Videography allows for academia to explore different ways to share complex concepts attached to personhood, experience, and process. Multimodal approaches that incorporate audio, video, and text to explain complex theories, systems, and theses have more tools, literally just more tools available to them than traditional academic essays to explain and persuade others that their research is helpful. But I think we did it. I think that's it right there. And wow, we did it! Oh my god. We picked them up and we're out in less than 4 hours. We killed this run. We killed it. So I encourage you to consider why academic publishing is the way that it is, and just as importantly, how it might change to be more accessible, dynamic, and engaging for learners. Thank you so much.